Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udiraye. Before reciting Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, unto Narayan Rishi, the supermost human being, unto Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, and unto Srila Vyasadeva, the author of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. By regular attendance in the classes on Srimad-Bhagvatam and by rendering service unto the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. Guruve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Nama Pankajanaabhaya Nama Pankajamaline Nama Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangriye. Hare Krishna, dear Vaishnavas, thank you so much for joining. We are reading Canto 7, Chapter 14 of Bhagavatam, Ideal Family Life. And yesterday we were talking about how Krishna eats through the mouth of his devotees, Brahmanas, Vaishnavas. He likes it more than if we ignore the devotees, he will not like it because he loves his devotee more than his own self. So that was the main point of discussion yesterday. Let's continue on with the next verse, text number 1919. Kuryad apara parikshayam masi praushtha pade dvijaham Shradham pitror yatha vittam tad bandhunam cha vittavan. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. A Brahmana who is sufficiently rich must offer oblations to the forefathers during the dark moon fortnight in the latter part of the month of Bhadra. Similarly, he should offer oblations to the relatives of the forefathers during the Mahalaya ceremonies in the month of Ashwina. So basically, this verse is telling that there are certain periods where oblations are offered to the forefathers, also known as the Pitri Paksha. So it starts from the dark moon fortnight. So Bhadra Purnima was just there yesterday, and then the dark moon, that means the Amavasya, the no moon or the dark moon. That's the so one should do the needful. Lord Ram did, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did, and how do we do it? And in a spiritual way. That means, which we just learned, offering the two main things: Sankirtana Yagya, inviting devotees and doing Sankirtana Yagya, and offering Krishna Prasadam to the devotees. And then, if Krishna is happy, everyone is happy. Yasmin Tushte, Jagat Tushte. The forefathers will be happy. We have read time and again this point. Then one who takes to Krishna consciousness delivers all his forefathers, multiple generations on the mother's side, father's side, husband's side, wife's side. Everyone is delivered. One who follows Ekadashi, one who reads Bhagvatam, one who takes to the process of bhakti. So in that way, one can offer oblations to the forefathers. Any other comments, questions? In bhakti, everything is Krishna conscious. That is the idea. Not doing just rituals for the sake of rituals, but making it spiritual by adding the spirit of Krishna consciousness. The S added to the spirit added to the ritual makes it spiritual. So the spirit is the spirit of Krishna consciousness. Because just doing rituals for the sake of rituals, because oh, everyone is doing, so I should also do, it will not have the right effect. Okay, any other? Okay, let's read on the next verse, next numbers. It's a series of 4 verses. Who has not read so far this week? Puna Mataji, did you read? Would you like to read?
Prabhuji, I haven't. You have to share the screen.
Okay, I'll share the screen till you get your Bhagavatam. By the way, there is online also. It's all available. Are you aware of that? Just FYI, it's all available online also in case sometimes we are traveling or we may not have the book and we would like to read. Everything is available online for free on vedabase.io. I'll share the link with you. But yeah, for time being, I'll share the screen.
I got the link from yesterday's class.
Perfect.
So which text are we reading, Prabhuji?
So we are reading this is a series of 4 verses, 20 to 23. They're together. If you
Yeah, it just has the purport, I guess. One should perform. Is it the one? One should
do you see
perform the
my screen?
Shraddha. It doesn't have any slokas. Just it starts with the text 20 to 23. One should perform Shraddha ceremony. Is it the same thing?
Yes, that's
Okay.
a translation piece. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start from there then.
Shall I read the Sanskrit? Do you find Sanskrit difficult or
I don't have the Sanskrit in here.
okay? I'll read the Sanskrit.
Okay.
Ayane vishuve kuryad mati pate dine shaye chandradityoparage cha dvadasyan shravaneshु cha तृतीयायां शुक्लपक्षे नवम्याम् अथ कार्तिके चित्राश्व अपि अष्टाक्षु हेमन्ते शीर्षे तथा माघे च सिता सप्तम्यां माघाराकसमागमे राकया चानुमत्या च मासर्क्षाणि युतानि अपि द्वादश्याम् अनुराधास्याच् श्रावणस्तिस्रा उत्तरः तिस्रश्व एकादशी वासु जन्मार्कसा श्रोणयोगयुक्. And it's on the screen as well. Yes.
Yeah. Hare Krishna. One should perform the Shraddha ceremony on the Makara Sankranti, the day when the sun begins to move north, or on the Kartika Sankranti, the day when sun begins to move south. One should also perform this ceremony on the Mesa Sankranti day and the Tula Sankranti day. In the yoga name Vyatipata, on that day in which 3 lunar tithis are conjoined during an eclipse of either moon or the sun, on the 12th lunar day, and in the Shravana nakshatra. One should perform this ceremony on the Akshaya Tritiya day, on the 9th lunar day of the bright fourth night of the month of Kartik. On the 4th Astakas in the winter season and cool season, on the 7th lunar day of the bright fortnight of the month of Magha, during the conjunction of Magha's nakshatra and the full moon day, and on the days when the moon is completely full or not quite completely full. When these days are conjoined with the nakshatras from which the names of certain months are derived. One should also perform the Shraddha ceremony on the 12th lunar day when it is in the conjunction with any of nakshatra's name Anuradha, Shravana, Uttara Falguni, Uttara Sadha, or Uttara Bhadrapada. Again, one should perform this ceremony when the 11th lunar day is in in conjunction with either Uttara Falguni, Uttara Shraddha, or Uttara Bhadrapada. Finally, one should perform this ceremony on days conjoined with one's own birth star, Janma Nakshatra, or with Shravana Nakshatra. Back to you,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
thank you for reading. Who has not read so far this week? Would
Yeah, I
like to
can
read
read.
purport, please?
I haven't read.
Yes, please read the purport.
Okay,
Prabhu.
thank you. Hare Krishna devotees purport. The word the word ayana means path or going. The 6 months when the sun moves toward the north are called Uttarayana or the northern path. And the 6 months when it moves south are called Dakshinayana or the southern path. These are mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 8.2425. The first day when the sun begins to move north and enter the zodiacal signs of Capricorn is called Makara Sankranti. And the first day when the sun begins to move south and enter the sign of Cancer is called Karkata Sankranti. On these 2 days of the year, one should perform the Shraddha ceremony. Vishwa or Vishwa Sankranti means Mesa Sankranti, or the day on which the sun enters the sign Aries. Tula Sankranti is the day on which the sun enters the sign Libra. Both of these days occur only once within a year. The word yoga refers to a certain relationship between the sun and the moon as they move in the sky. There are 27 different degrees of yoga, of which the 17th is called Vyatipata. On the day when this occurs, one should perform the Shraddha ceremony. A Tithi or lunar day consists of the distance between the longitude of the sun and that of the moon. Sometimes the Tithi is less than 24 hours. When it starts after sunrise on a certain day and ends before the sunrise of the following day, the previous Tithi and the following Tithi both touch the 24-hour day between the sunrises. This is called Trayas Parasa, or a day touched by some portion of 3 Tithis. Srila Jiva Goswami has given quotations from many Shastras stating that the Shraddha ceremony of oblations to the forefathers should not be performed on Ekadashi Tithi. When the Tithi of the death anniversary falls on the Ekadashi day, the Shraddha ceremony should be held on Ekadashi, should not be held, should be held not on Ekadashi, but on the next day or Dwadasi. In the Brahma Bhagvata Purana, it is said, Ye kurvanti mahipala sraddham chaikadasi dine trayaste narakam yanti tata bhokta cha prikriha. If one performs the Shraddha ceremony of oblations to the forefathers on the Ekadashi Tithi, then the performer, the forefathers for whom the Shraddha is observed, and the Purohit or the family priest who encourages the ceremony all go to hell. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Back to you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji and Raghu Prabhu, for reading this verse and purport. So, text number 19 onwards, which we started today, these verses talk about the different time frames, the time and the places suitable for religious activities. So, this verse, really, these 4 verses talk about so many, that the Sakranti and Akshatritya and the Dwadashi and Trayodashi and so many days. Some are auspicious, some are not auspicious, and things like that. And it's a very, very big topic. Of course, the whole astrology, the nakshatras, etc. And I am certainly not qualified to talk about this in detail. And it's very, very complex to understand all this as well. But uh, just a small pastime, that how Lord Chaitanya appeared on the day of lunar eclipse. It is externally an inauspicious day, and that's why everyone is in the water and chanting the holy name. So that's why the Lord chose that day. He was on the 13th, he was sitting in this, it was like inside his mother's womb for 13 months, and he was waiting for the most auspicious time. So the idea here is that inauspicious becomes auspicious when one remembers Krishna. There's a very nice verse which I like, and whenever things are a little difficult, I try to remember this verse. Kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukaram bhavet vismrite viparitam syat Sri Chaitanya namamitam. Kathanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram, very, very difficult to obtain, sukaram bhavet, things which are very difficult become easy. And vismrite, when we forget Krishna, opposite happen. Vismrite viparitam syat. Viparit means opposite. So when we forget Krishna, opposite happen. That means the things which are easy also will become difficult. Sri Chaitanya Namamitam. So the idea is, yes, there are some auspicious periods and there are certain not so auspicious periods. And for those, like, for example, if someone is trying to find a marriage date, or like Graha Pravesh date, or starting an auspicious business, or starting something new in the typical realm, they would go to the astrologer and ask, okay, what is an auspicious time, what is not so auspicious time, and they would go. But yes, if we can do it, it's fine. But the main idea is, in Vaishnavism, that everything becomes auspicious when it is centered around Krishna. When Krishna is the focus, the Dushkaram will become Sukaram. Inauspicious, all the Abhadra will be gone. So where is the point of inauspiciousness? Yes, and that's why Lord Chaitanya gave the holy name. That there is no hard and fast rule. One can chant in any time, any stage, any man or woman at any point. Some people say, well, oh, at this position and this phase of the time, people should not. Oh, there's a death in the family, don't chant holy name. Oh, so some woman is going through certain phase, then they should not chant. This is all, Lord Chaitanya completely like kicked that all out. No matter who we are, man or woman, rich or poor, happy or distressed, India or America, we can chant holy names anywhere, everywhere. We don't need to worry about an auspicious time. And another famous example which comes to me. So Lord Ram was to be enthroned as the king, and Dashrath Maharaj took suggestion. Hey, dear ministers, I'm thinking to enthrone Lord Ram as the king. What do you think? Is tomorrow an auspicious date to enthrone Lord Ram as the king? Then the minister said, whenever Lord Ram will be enthroned as the king, that day will become auspicious. So Krishna makes everything auspicious. It's not that Krishna is born on Ashtami, therefore we celebrate Ashtami. Ashtami didn't make Krishna auspicious. Krishna made Ashtami auspicious, and therefore Janamashtami, or any other day. So that's the power of these tithis, and they don't add to the beauty of Krishna or to the extra auspiciousness of Krishna. The tithis are purified. The devotees purify these. So that's what Krishna, even also like the passing of devotees. Okay, one can pass in Vrindavan, one gets fine. But for one who is completely Krishna conscious, wherever he passes, it becomes a holy place. Whatever date he passes, it becomes the appearance or disappearance day of the acharyas. So that they are so potent. The great souls, Krishna, his incarnations, they don't need an inauspicious date. Uh, so, any other comments or questions? Okay, let's read the next verse. Who has not yet read this week?
I will read, Prabhuji. I didn't read this yet.
Yes, please read it. And then
Text
Bankim Prabhu,
24.
you read the next 25, you can read.
Text 24. Ta ete shreyasha kalaha nirnam shreyo vivardanaha kuryat sarva atmana teshu shreyo moham tad ayusha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation. All of these seasonal times are considered extremely auspicious for humanity. At such times, one should perform all auspicious activities, for by such activities, a human being attains success in a short duration of time. Purport. When one comes to the human form of life through natural evolution, one must then take the responsibility for further progress. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Canto 9, Chapter 9, Text 25, Yanti Deva Vrata Devan. One who worships the demigods can be promoted to their planets. Yanti Mad Yajnopi Mam. And if one practices devotional service to the Lord, he goes back home, back to Godhead. In the human form of life, therefore, one is meant to act auspiciously in order to return home back to Godhead. Devotional service, however, does not depend on material conditions. Ahetuki aprapti hata. Of course, for those who are engaged in fruitive activities on the material platform, the times and seasons mentioned above are extremely congenial. Thank you, Prabhuji. Back to you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So, this verse kind of elaborates the point we were discussing. The pure devotional services, ahetuki apratihata yayatma suprasidati. Ahetuki means without break. It's not that we, sincere devotees, that we chant or we do just a one Bhagavad Saptah on the Kartik month and okay, rest of the year enjoy. So these tithis, Prabhupada is clearly writing that for those who are engaged in fruitive activities on the material platform, the times and seasons mentioned are extremely congenial. So the idea here is, and we saw there are like tons of tithis. The idea there is that okay, people may not be fully engaged in bhakti, but at least okay, every fortnight Ekadashi will come and do something spiritual. Every month, that's the beauty of our culture. Every month there are few festivals: Janmashtami, Radha Ashtami, Balram Purnima, Govardhan Puja, Kartik Mahotsav, Adhik Maas, and Gaurang Purnima, then Narshing Chaturdashi, then Makar Sankranti, and so many festivals and are there. Why? To somehow attract people so that they can also take to Krishna consciousness. But for sincere devotees who are regularly trying, that we don't, it should, bhakti is ceaseless or without break. We don't just chant, we don't just go to temple on Janmashtami day. But on Janmashtami day, there is, of course, this is COVID had a different situation. But on, except for that, hundreds and thousands of people come. There's a big queue. Even in Western countries, attendance is in thousands and thousands, tens and thousands, hundreds and thousands of people come. But on a regular day, maybe 10, 20, 50, depending upon the proportionately, only maybe 1/100th of the people would come on a regular day, or 1,000th of the people would come. So where is the remaining 1:999 ratio? So basically it's for those who are not actively involved in Krishna consciousness. Many people come, like in our program also we saw on Janmashtami there were many people, which is fine. They are also devotees in their own way. We are not of course we respect them, everyone in their own way, and we pray for them that they take more and more to Krishna consciousness. But a sincere devotee, every day is auspicious. No day is inauspicious that one should say, oh, today is very inauspicious day. We should not chant Hare Krishna, or we should not read Bhagavatam. It is inauspicious. Oh, someone died in my family. It's very inauspicious. We should not. Rather, we should do more. Sukhe tako, dukhe tako, sada hari bole tako. Whether it is at home or forest, sukha or dukha, life or death, Harinam will always be there. Bhagavatam will always be there. So one must do to the best of one's ability. Any other comments, questions? And on these special days, we should encourage others as well. Oh, Kartik is coming. Kartik is so potent. Everyone, please take advantage of this. This is like a Thanksgiving sale. Oh, Bhadra Purnima is coming. Take advantage of this. Oh, now the Adhik Mas is coming. Take advantage of this special time, which is good. We must do it. Yes, Sharanya Mataji, you have a comment or you want to read?
No comment, Prabhuji. I'm hearing. Thank you. It's for people like me, chant Harinam always. So I'm just listening. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Bankim Prabhu, you read this verse and then Nikant Prabhu Sharanya Mataji can read the following one.
Hare Krishna, all devotee Dhanavad Pranam. Text 25. Eshu Saranam Japa Homa Vartanam Deva Vijata Chanam Pitta Devana Bhute Vayo Adadatam Tada Daye Anasabaram. Translation by S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. During those period of seasonal change, if one, whether in their Ganga, in their Jamuna, or in another sacred place, if one chant, offer fire sacrifice, or execute vow, or if one worship the Supreme Lord, the Brahmanas, the forefather, the demigod, and the living entities in general, whatever he gives in charity yield a permanently beneficial result. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. There is no purport.
Yes, there is no purport. Thank you, Bankim Prabhu, for reading this verse. Thank you. So, in this particular text, the bathing in the holy places, holy rivers is mentioned at these auspicious times. And we have discussed that now bathing in holy rivers is always auspicious. Krishna appears in the form of wood as Jagannath. Krishna appears in the form of book as Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Krishna appears in the form of water as river Ganga in Yamuna. Krishna appears in the form of human being as Guru. So Krishna appears in the form of stone as Shaligram Shila. So that's that's why being born in the holy land is so auspicious, because at in the Indian subcontinent, in every place, north, south, east, west, there are so much holy rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, or in the sacred places. No matter any part of India you may be, you will have a holy place within like less than 100 miles. In any part of India you go, you'll reach to a holy place in less than 100 miles. That's the power of, that's why, it said that, Vachtanya says, Bharata Bhumi, one is very, very, it's very, very great fortune to be born in the Bharata Bhumi. Now one may say, well, I am not near Ganga, I'm not near Yamuna, what to do now? Who all want to take bath in Ganga and Yamuna every day? Anyone? Anyone wants to take bath in Ganga and Yamuna every day?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Only 2 devotees? Okay. Okay, there are more than 2.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. I'll share a very
Yes,
special
Prabhuji.
formula. I'll share a very, very special formula today. Okay. So everyone, please look at this mantra I have shared. Gange cha yamune chaiva godavari saraswati narmada sindhu kaveri jalesmin sannidhim kuru. Ganga cha yamuna chaiva godavari saraswati narmade sindhu kaveri jalesmin sannidhim kuru. So basically, touching this is called the Ankush Mudra. This is Ankush, you remember? Ankush at the Radharani's lotus feet, the elephant goat. This is called the Ankush Mudra. It's like the thumb. So touching this, imagine you have the water pot, whether it is a water bucket or it's a water Achman cup. So touch this part of the finger in the water without touching the nails. So the nails should not be not like Shurpanakha. Shurpanakha means, Nakha means nails, very big nails. Only the nails should not touch. And with this, touching this part of the skin to the water, chant this mantra. So who will chant? Bipul Prabhu will chant. Please chant this mantra, Prabhu.
Ganga cha jamune chaibo Godavari saraswati jalasmin sannidhim kuru.
Yes. So what we are basically praying, O Ganga, O Mother Yamuna, O Saraswati, O Godavari, O Narmada, O Sindhu, O Kaveri, O all the holy rivers, Jale Asmin, in this water, please come and reside. Please be present, Sannidhim Kuru. May all of you, all the holy rivers, be present in this water. So if we are putting tilak, we can chant this mantra. If we are bathing, even if it is a shower, we can mentally, chant this mantra. And we can chant Om Gangai Namaha, Ganga Mata Ki Jai, Yamuna Mata Ki Jai. We're putting, even if you're offering, like putting water for boiling, you can mentally pray. Why don't we just give tap water? We mentally pray, this is Ganga water. Oh Ganga Yamuna, please reside in this water. For cooking also, we can use Ganga Jal. For bathing the deities, we can use Ganga Jal, Yamuna Jal, all the holy places. Then for putting tilak also, we can use Ganga Jal. For gardening also, you can use Ganga Jal. Who is stopping us? In Kali Yuga, doing mentally also has great benefit. So who is stopping us? His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj gave 4 series class on the holy rivers. And I just started hearing that, so I'm inspired. It's such a divine arrangement. I just started hearing it today morning, and apparently we are reading this text. So now we all can bathe in the whole rivers. We can use it for cooking. We can use it for service towards the deities. We can use it for putting tilak, or we can use it for even watering Tulsi Devi, even watering other plants, even serving Vaishnavas. Right? We should give the best. What is better than giving Ganga Jal? How do you feel?
I'm inspired to chant this sloka every day, Prabhuji, even for gardening. That's a good idea.
Yes.
I'll offer Ganga water to Tulsi Maharani every day.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. See, bhakti is so easy. We cannot go to Haridwar or Gangotri now. But who is stopping us to do this thing mentally? If we are trying sincerely, that's what matters. Krishna will see our sincerity and guide us. At least we were mentally thinking of Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Khade, Kaveri, Sindhu, etc. Krishna will see our intention and reward us and accordingly. And reward is that bhakti. Any other comments, questions?
Yeah, just one side comment. When I was attending college in India at IIT Madras, when I was doing my bachelor's, all our hostels were named after these rivers. So we were just saying them, but not understanding significance. But all the hostels were named exactly with these rivers. That's all.
Yes, that's the beauty of in India, everything is connected. The names are connected. I remember like we also had in school like there's kind of like house or it's like red shirt, yellow shirt, blue shirt, all that. One was like Himalaya, Nilgiri, all that. So that's nice. Thank you for sharing. Yes, in India, everything. Even His Grace Vishishika Prabhu was saying that they were like Banarasi Panwala. Even the Panwala will say, in the Bedi will say Ganesh Bedi. So everything will remind us of Krishna and his energies. So that's the beauty of being in the Bharat subcontinent. Any other comments before we move on?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I would like to add, as you said that if anybody wanted to do the bathe in Ganges, they can chant this shloka. Similarly, Bhagavad Gita is also compared to the Ganga river, because in the Gita Mahatmya, Prabhupada said, it's if everyone takes reading the Bhagavad Gita, they can take bath in the Gita Amruta, and there will be no Punarjanma. Ganga Dikam Punarjanmana Vidyate. So if anyone chant the Bhagavad Gita, that will get the same benefit as taking bath in Ganges. Thank you, Prabhu.
Actually, one will not get same benefit. One will get millions of times more benefit by reading Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. Because the holy rivers, it is said that people go to holy rivers and they say, okay, I have purified myself. But after that, they'll smoke bidi. The propensity to do wrong things will not go away. But Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita are much higher. Firstly, we don't have to go all the way to Haridwar or Mayapur or Himalayas. One can be in any part of the world and still read Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam will uproot the propensity nashta prayeshu abhadreshu. Chinatsi ghoram. It will kill the hard knots of the karmic reaction and the propensity to do wrong. That's a very, very big difference. Millions of people take bath in Ganges every day practically. But just after that, they'll go to bar, they'll smoke weed, cigarette. The propensity will not go unless one takes shelter of book Bhagavad and devotee Bhagavad. But yeah, the point you made is very, very important. Any other comments, questions? Okay, so we can read one more verse. Yes, Ekant Prabhu or Sharanya Mataji, you want to read?
Yes, Hare Krishna. Text 26. Samskara kalo jayaya apat yasyatmanastata preta samsta vruttahascha karmani abhyudayen rupa. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. O King Yudhishthira, at the time prescribed for reformatory ritualistic ceremonies for oneself, one's wife, or one's children, or during funeral ceremonies and annual death ceremonies, one must perform the auspicious ceremonies mentioned above in order to flourish in fruitive activities. Purport. The Vedas recommend many ritualistic ceremonies to be performed with one's wife on the birthdays of one's children or during funeral ceremonies, and there are also personal reformatory methods like initiation. These must be observed according to time and circumstances and the directions of the Shastra. Bhagavad Gita strongly recommends Jnatva Shastra Vidhanoktam. Everything must be performed as indicated in the Shastras. For Kali Yuga, the Shastras enjoin that Sankirtana Yajna be performed always. Sankirtana Yah Sadahari. All the ritualistic ceremonies recommended in the Shastras must be preceded and followed by Sankirtana. This is the recommendation of Srila Jiva Goswami. Thank you, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for reading. So, this word, the word used is samskara. What does the word samskara mean? Anyone would like to share? What does samskara mean? Please try.
Prabhuji, spiritual process.
Spiritual ritual. Okay. Anyone else?
So auspicious time. Or
Auspicious time.
So
Okay.
cultural activities, mainly religious based.
Cultural activities based on religion. Okay. Anyone else? Nandini Mataji, you want to share something?
How you Swarupa is how it's a constant activity, translated as constant activity, and Sanatan Dharma is eternal or intrinsic quality. So passing on these values and traditions and of Sanatan Dharma, it's sanskara to me. Passing on to next generation. It's
Passing on the values to next generations. Very nice. Anyone else would like to share? So, all of you said, yes, Kashish Mataji, you want to share something?
Is it the qualities or the habits which we carry on from our previous birth, the sanskaras?
Okay, qualities and
I'm not
habits.
sure.
Yeah, to some extent, yes. So all of you gave kind of in the same direction. It's basically the impressions which come over us. For example, a child. How many of you remember something which your parent used to do and it had a deep impression on you? Anyone would like to share one example? First of all, how many of you remember something which a good thing which your parent used to do, and you really kind of still value it, and you still feel a lot about it? Anyone here? I see a few hands raised. You can raise your hand if you feel that you remember something which your parent you really used to do and it had a very deep impact on you. Okay, so maybe Sudhir Prabhu will share his example. So.
Prabhuji, it's like, when you go outside or go to the bathroom or anything, they used to ask us to, wash your hands, legs, everything. I mean, kind of. And, even if you go to like a crematory or, you have to take a bath outside of the home and then come in, things like that.
That's nice. That's sanskara. That's value system. Kirti Mataji, you were sharing something?
Yes, Prabhu. Since my childhood, we have a temple in our house. So my grandfather was telling us like, whatever you get, offer it to Lord first, and they do. So we were giving the letter also in front of God, and then reading that. So it's like the habit of offering. I like that since childhood.
It's very nice. All these are great examples, and that's basically samskara. Leaving good impression, good value system. upon the next generation. Our parents did something right and we remember that. So now we have to take the good things and ignore the bad. And also we as a parent or as a whatever brother, sister, mother, father, whatever role we may be having in society or whatever as in a family, we have to continually improve. So keep the good things and take the good things from other parents as well, or other holy scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, and give that to the next, because that's a responsibility. If we have received something and if we don't pass it on, then we are kripada, we are miser. But if we pass it on, thinking it's not mine, it has been given to me. If something is precious is given to anyone, and that person just selfishly enjoys it and does not pass it on, is it a good idea? Certainly not. So samskaras are there. Now it starts with the Gardan sanskar. All are called samskaras, coming from the Sanskriti, the word Sanskrita. So Sanskrita, or having good culture, good values, good impressions. Every class we are attending is leaving us some impression on us. Every movie we watch is also leaving some impression on us. Yes, everyone agrees to that. So it's now a matter of choice what kind of impressions we want to put on our canvas of life. So by reading Bhagavatam, by being in association of devotees, we are leaving good impressions, good samskaras, good value system. But on the contrary, by being in asatsang, going to wrong places, going to bar, casinos, we are leaving bad impressions which are spoiling our canvas. So whatever is already there, we will lose that which we have attained from our parents or teachers, and on the contrary, we are spoiling it. So again, it's a matter of choice to improve our culture, improve our value system, improve our impressions, and then keep on passing it to the next. That's sanskar. Vivah sanskar, antim sanskar, diksha sanskar, garbhadan sanskar, pumsavana sanskar. So many sanskaras are there. There's a whole book called Sanskar for those who want. So we must do it to the best of our abilities. And what is the main thing? The chanting of the holy name and offering prasadam to the Vaishnavas. These are the two essential elements. And then yes, based on time, place, situations, one can do other things as well. But these essential things should not be missed. These are like the major. Don't minor in major, or don't don't major in minor things. We have to keep the focus as the focus. These two are the main things. Srila Jiva Goswami is mentioning, Srila Prabhupada is mentioning that the holy name and Krishna Prasadam are the main things. The holy name should be. There may be so many mantras, tantras, yagyas, mudras, pujas, etc. But the main thing is holy name. Yesterday was Prabhupada's sannyas ceremony, the anniversary, and Prabhupada, when he took sannyas, there were a lot of mantras, tantras, but chanting. Prabhupada said, but continue chanting the holy name. So, any comments, questions, thoughts? Okay. I like when everyone's most videos are on. It really makes it more interactive and engaging. So thank you for doing that. It's very helpful, and I feel inspired as well. So okay, we will stop here and continue tomorrow with the next verse. So thank you so much. Grantraj Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Samaveta Gauri Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Vanchākātarubhyascha kripāsindubhyaiva ca patitanām pāvanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Correct.
Hare Krishna.